There is a bag sitting in your closet right now that is quietly making you look older every single time you carry it. Not because it is ugly. Not because it is cheap. But because of something most women never think to question. And the frustrating part? A lot of these bags are ones women over 60 are actually told to buy. Today we are setting the record straight. 7 bags that are working against you, and exactly what to reach for instead. Stay until the end, because number 4 is the one that is going to genuinely surprise you. Welcome back, gorgeous. If you are a returning member of our Glow and Thrive family, I am so happy to have you here again. And if this is your very first time joining us, welcome home. This channel exists for one reason, to prove that looking elegant, polished, and put together after 60 does not require a designer budget or a stylist on speed dial. It just requires the right information. And today, we have a really good one. Before we get into it, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it genuinely helps more women over 60 find this content. And if you are not yet part of our community, tap subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a thing. We drop new videos every week and trust me, you do not want to miss what is coming. Alright, let us get into today's video. Here is something that does not get talked about enough in the fashion world. A bag is not just an accessory. After 60, the bag you carry works almost like a frame around a painting. The right frame makes the art look more valuable, more intentional, more beautiful. The wrong frame pulls the eye in the wrong direction and suddenly the whole picture feels off. Nobody tells you this. Instead, you get told to invest in classics or keep it simple, advice so vague it is almost useless. What we are doing today is something different. We are getting specific. We are naming names. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which bags to leave behind and what to pick up instead, all without spending a fortune. Section 1. The oversized tote that swallows you whole. Let us start with the one that is probably the most common offender in every wardrobe over 60. The giant oversized tote. Now before you close this video, hear me out. The problem is not the tote itself. The problem is the scale. When a bag is wider than your shoulders or drops below your hip bone, it does not read as practical or casual. It reads as heavy. And visually, it pulls your entire silhouette downward, making you look shorter and your frame look wider than it actually is. The women who look most elegant with totes choose ones that sit cleanly at the hip, not past it. The bag should complement your frame, not compete with it. What to use instead? A structured medium tote with clean lines, ideally in a neutral tone. It carries everything you need without carrying you down with it. Section 2. The tiny crossbody with the long dangling strap. This one surprises people. Tiny crossbody bags became enormously trendy a few years ago, and a lot of women over 60 picked them up because they felt modern and light. And they are, but there is a very specific problem with the long dangling strap version. When the strap is too long, the bag sits at hip level or lower, and the eye follows the strap all the way down. That draws attention to the lower half of the body in a way that feels unbalanced and actually adds visual weight right where most women do not want it. The bag also tends to look like it belongs to a much younger, more casual aesthetic, which can create a disconnect with the polished look most women over 60 are going for. What to use instead? A crossbody with an adjustable strap worn at the waist or just above the hip. Same ease and freedom, completely different visual effect. Section 3. The backpack worn as a daily handbag. There is a time and a place for a backpack, travel, long walks, days when your hands genuinely need to be free. But when a backpack becomes the everyday go-to bag for errands, lunches, and outings, it quietly works against a polished appearance. The reason is posture and proportion. A filled backpack rounds the shoulders forward slightly and adds bulk to the back, both of which can emphasize postural changes that naturally come with age. It also signals a functional E in a way that clashes with intentional dressing. If you are wearing a beautiful blouse and well-fitted trousers, a backpack quietly undoes a lot of that effort. What to use instead? A sleek structured shoulder bag or a top handle bag that keeps your silhouette upright and your look intentional. Section 4. The logo-heavy statement bag. Here is the one I promised would surprise you. A loud logo bag, even a designer one, can actually age a look after 60 rather than elevate it. The reason is subtle but important. Heavy logos pull the eye to the bag rather than to you. And after 60, you want the attention on your face, your energy, your presence. A bag covered in brand markings competes with all of that. It also tends to date itself quickly because logos are deeply tied to trends and seasons. The women who look most effortlessly stylish at any age carry bags where the quality speaks louder than the label. What to use instead? A solid-colored structured bag in a rich, quiet tone, burgundy, camel, deep navy, or warm tan. No logos needed. The shape and material do all the talking. Okay, I have to stop here for a second. Are we resonating so far? Because I genuinely want to know which one of these has already made you think of a bag in your own closet. Drop it in the comments right now. I read every single comment and I would love to hear from you. And if you are watching this and thinking of a friend who needs to hear this, please share this video with her today. That one share could genuinely change how she feels getting dressed tomorrow. Alright, we still have 3 more bags to get through and they are just as important. Let us keep going. Section 5. The floppy unstructured hobo bag. The hobo bag had a long run of popularity and it is easy to understand why. It is soft, relaxed, and feels effortless. But here is the issue. A completely unstructured bag that collapses and folds in on itself does not project the put-together energy that most women over 60 are working to create. Soft and shapeless reads as tired rather than relaxed. And because the bag has no defined form, it adds a visual messiness to an outfit that can undermine even the most carefully chosen clothing. Structure in a bag does the same thing structure in clothing does. It creates confidence and intention. What to use instead? A semi-structured shoulder bag with a little body to it. Still relaxed enough to feel easy, but composed enough to look deliberate. Section 6. The very bright neon or clashing statement color bag. Color is one of the most powerful tools in your wardrobe, and a colored bag can absolutely be stunning. But there is a difference between a rich, warm color that draws the eye beautifully and a neon or clash-heavy color that creates visual noise. After 60, skin tone shifts and the colors that once popped against your complexion may now create a jarring contrast that draws attention to areas of the face you would rather not highlight. A very bright bag against a softened skin tone can also make the bag look like the focal point of the entire outfit, which again pulls attention away from your face and your presence. What to use instead? Reach for what designers call rich neutrals with warmth. Cognac, rust, warm blush, olive, and deep wine are colors that read as intentional and interesting without overwhelming the look. Section 7. The worn-out bag you have had for 15 years. This last one is the most personal, and I say it with full love and zero judgment. A bag that is visibly worn, cracked handles, peeling corners, faded color, stretched straps, quietly signals something you do not intend to signal. It says that the details have been overlooked. And after 60, the details are everything. Every element of your appearance is either adding to your overall impression or quietly subtracting from it. A tired bag subtracts, no matter how much you love it or what memories it holds. You do not need to spend a lot to replace it. A clean, simple, well-maintained bag at any price point will always do more for your look than a luxury bag that has seen better days. What to use instead? A fresh, structured bag in a timeless shape. You do not need many, just 2 or 3 that are always clean, always maintained, and always ready to complete your look with intention. So there you have it. 7 bags that are quietly working against the image you are building, and 7 simple, affordable alternatives that will work beautifully for you instead. Here is what I want you to remember above everything else today. Your bag is not just storage. It is part of the story your appearance tells before you say a single word. Choose bags that tell the right story. Choose bags that frame you beautifully. And choose bags that feel like you, intentional, elegant, and completely worth a second look. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 7 bags do you currently own? And which alternative are you most excited to try? I will be in the comments reading every single response. If this video gave you something useful today, please give it a like. It means more than you know. Subscribe to Glow and Thrive if you have not already, and share this with a woman in your life who deserves to feel this good about how she looks. I will see you in the next one. Keep glowing, beautiful.